What's up guys, I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another zombies video on the channel where today we are doing another Q&A where we take your questions from the comment section below and answer them. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Drop a like rating on the channel if you want to. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content and also click that bell notification icon as well. But that out of the way, let's get into it. Here we go. Sean Collier says, from where did the PRIMIS characters get the giant robot in the intro cutscene for Darius and Draka? So we can see in the Darius and Draka intro scene, this is a one of a kind. We never had an intro scene like this before where it's got this cartoonish look to it. Usually it's a proper cutscene, but this one was different, and we could see in here, obviously Darius and Draka is the next map after the giant, but we can see our characters Takio, NIKOLAI, Dempsey, Richtof, and have taken a giant robot and are using it to chase down Dempsey's test subject on the way to the castle. But the question is, where did they even get this giant robot from? Because as I said, they came from the giant, not Origins. There were giant robots roaming around in Origins, and yes, there is one in the background of the giant. However, it is disabled, it isn't put together, it's not working. So where did they get this one from? Well, if you take a look at the Canorium, it tells you that after the PRIMIS Richtofen arrived through the teleporter to kill his ultimate self, which triggered fractures across space and time, as PRIMIS then fights the undead, Group 935 secure the Dempsey test subject and transport him to Der Eisendrache. PRIMIS pursues him in a giant robot. So it doesn't specifically say they got this robot from the giant, but I would assume they did. They came to the giant via teleporter, and then they got from the giant to Darius and Draka via robot, so they must have got it from the giant, although we can't really see any that are around here. Yes, like I said, there's the one in the background, but it isn't put together. So there must have been another giant robot somewhere lying about that the characters used to escape on, unless, I can't really see this happening, but maybe they did construct the one that's in the background and finish it. I mean, Darius and Draka does take place almost a month after the giant, so they had plenty of time, unless they did go back to Origins, take one from there and go to Darius and Draka. We don't know. Ed Birkinshaw says, will there be any new perks in Black Ops 4? Now this is a difficult question to answer, because if you'd asked me for Black Ops 3, are there going to be any new perks in that game, I would have said yes, and whilst there was, we only had one new perk, which was Widow's Wine. Whereas if you went back to past games, Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1, we had loads of new perks pretty much every map, or every other one. But then it came to Black Ops 3, we had one new perk, which we were like, yes, we're so excited, we're going to get more as the DLCs come out, but that came to be, we went all the way through Black Ops 3 and we never had a new perks. So if you ask me now for BO4, are we going to have any new perks? It's a difficult one to answer. Honestly, I think we will, but the question is how many? For all I know, we could just have one new perk and that's all we'll get throughout Black Ops 4. But also, we don't exactly know how it's going to work, because in BO3, I think one of the main reasons why we didn't have new perks was because we had Dr. Monty's Gobblegum. A lot of the Gobblegums acted like perks anyway, so I could see why Treyarch wouldn't have wanted to have given us new ones. Obviously, Activision want to make money, they want us to buy Gobblegums or Liquid Divinium, so the best way to do that is to just not release any new perks, meaning if we want new abilities and stuff like that, we get them through Gobblegums. In BO4, since we know we've got our new storyline, I don't believe Gobblegums are returning. However, there could be a new system that they implement into the new storyline where we get all the abilities of Gobblegums just presented to us in a different way that makes sense with the storyline. But we've also been told that in Black Ops 4 we are having perk vapors, not perk machines, and that we will be able to choose over 10 perk vapors to put into our map. Now we do have over 10 perks in our game. We have Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Double Tap, Juggernog, Stamina Up, Tombstone, Deadshot, PhD, Mule Kick, Who's Who, Widow's Wine, Vulture Aid, Electric Cherry. So we have had well over 10 perks in our zombie storyline, and since Treyarch have said we're going to have over 10 to choose from in Black Ops 4, I mean, they could just bring back those old perks and introduce no new ones. But I do feel in Black Ops 4, just to keep the excitement as well, they're at least gonna have to give us one new perk, because I kind of missed that in Black Ops 3. The fact that we got no new perks was a bit disappointing, so I do feel they will at least give us one new perk. However, I'm not too sure how many. I hope it's one every new map, or or at least every couple, but I honestly can't say. If we was to get a new perk though, what would it be? What would it do? Let me know your ideas in the comment section below. Hate My Life 247 says, in Garrod Krovi, why is old Nikolai trying to kill the newer crew? Love your vids, man. So you're asking me, in Garrod Krovi, why is the Ultimus Nikolai, the one who was in the giant mech suit, trying to kill the PRIMIS characters of Richtof and Takio, Nikolai and Dempsey? When they parachute, when they land into that map, why does Nikolai try to kill them? And that's because he doesn't know them. If you think about it, our PRIMIS characters just came down out of nowhere. There is a war, a battle going on. Nikolai is trying to protect Stalingrad, and so if some random intruders just parachute down into your land, you would expect Nikolai, being the guy who he is, a Russian wanting to protect Stalingrad, of course he's gonna try and kill these intruders, or otherwise our PRIMIS characters that have just invaded. That's how he sees it. Obviously he doesn't know who the PRIMIS characters are, so he's trying to kill them because he's just seen these invaders land in front of him. So anyway guys, there we go. That is all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. And of course, we'll see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.